So far, I've known 4 close friends, close people, close relatives in my life that have had COVID-19. Hey everyone, good morning. It is, what is it? It's May 11, 2020. And today is, how many days has it been since March 15?
It was 57 days ago.
So it's been 57 days now since our lockdown started here in Manila. They don't call it a lockdown. It's an enhanced community quarantine, but it's been really strict. So haven't been able to really leave the house for 57 days. Like the only place that I have been is across the street, literally like across the street, to do some grocery shopping, and I've done that twice. So I've literally been like stuck inside the house for 57 days now. Doing my morning routine, almost done with my coffee, watching some YouTube videos, and then I might get to work. How do you like my hair? Quarantine, growing it all out. I'm starting to do an actual calendar for my days to see if that actually helps me to be more productive. And like I have everything on here, like shoot the vlog, coffee, poop, everything, exercise, lunch, nap, listen to audiobook. So let's see how this goes. Alright, I'm heading downstairs to do my business. Is anyone else just going a little bit crazy in quarantine, or is it just me? And there's my dad listening to the news, always listening to the news.
A special election will send a new member.
Hard to overstate how profoundly things have changed.
Get down! We've taken the lead.
The best feeling ever.
Okay, so let's kind of get to work now, okay? Let's get to work.
I have a close friend in the US who had the coronavirus, and so I'm editing like a short documentary about his whole like experience through it. He videotaped like everything from the phone calls, doctor's visits, and questions to like specialists and everything, the county, CDC. Super interesting. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm gonna blur out the screen so you don't know who it is yet. He's totally fine now, thankfully. But listen to this. I'll try to do like a voice changer so you don't know who it is.
What's the result?
You were positive for COVID-19.
Today's April 1st, so it's like not an April Fool's joke, right? Like,
I promise this is not an April Fool's.
okay.
And I'm finding out like there's so much unknown about this virus, and even the doctors and stuff don't know, and people have different information. The counties have different information than the higher up governments, and then it seems like the doctor's offices all have different information depending on which urgent care or which doctor's office you go to or which hospital you go to. One thing I'm thinking about here in the Philippines specifically, or a question that I have, I'm no expert or anything, so let me know what your thoughts are on this. There's so many squatters areas or areas here in the Philippines where there's just poor people, thousands of poor people like living together, and they cannot social distance. It's impossible. And there is no way that the virus is not spreading in those areas, because the virus, like the way the virus spreads, it spreads so fast, and like even people in quarantine are getting the virus. So there is no way that the virus did not spread in those areas. And if the virus was as deadly as they make it seem to be, then there would be like hundreds of people dying or getting severely sick in those areas. So like what I'm thinking is like, okay, the virus must not be that deadly, because maybe they are getting it in those areas, but most of them are probably just asymptomatic or have very little symptoms. I mean, I could be totally wrong about this, so let me know what you think about that. But there's just some things that don't make sense to me. And it's getting frustrating too how long we have to stay in lockdown. Can we not look at the data more, or what? It's crazy. I don't know. It's getting so frustrating. I don't even know what to do. My accents are changing all the time. My identity is changing. I'm turning into a different person. I'm not Filipino anymore. I'm British now, or I'm Australian, or I don't even know what my identity is. I'm a half Filipino, half American, but I'm neither at the same time. Alright, gonna head back to editing. I'll talk to you later. My friend's case of coronavirus Dang it, my camera died. Anyways, I just finished looking through my friend's footage. His case of coronavirus was so interesting. Actually, they say it was like one of the kind. Sorry, my hair is gonna get in my face. Head down, we're gonna do our family exercise. Wait, you guys are starting already? All right, we're doing our family exercise. I'll continue talking to you later.
Vlogging with what?
It's like peak summer heat right now. Yesterday they said on the news that it was heat index of 43 degrees Celsius. That's this much in Fahrenheit. Such a good workout. How are you doing, Ma?
I feel so hot.
Mangoes! Whew, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. All right, let's continue talking about what we were talking about earlier. My friend in the States had a really interesting case so he started having symptoms, I think around like March 20th or something like that. And then he went in a couple of days later to get tested for COVID-19 test. And then he got his results after 10 days. It took them 10 days to get him results. It turned out he was positive. So, but at that point when he got his test results, he was already feeling 100% better, healthy again, no symptoms anymore. His taste was back and everything. But since he was positive, they made him go back to get another test. And when he went back to get that test again, even though he was asymptomatic, no more symptoms, he still tested positive. So that was his second test. So what they told him was to come in again, because for them, in order for him to be cleared of COVID-19, he has to get 2 negative tests for COVID-19. So he went back for the third test, and thankfully he was negative on the third test. So they were like, all right, come back just one more time to make sure you're negative again so you're cleared. So he went back again. The fourth time, surprisingly, the fourth time he was positive. It's so crazy. And they said that was 25 days after his first test. So he's totally fine, feels totally fine. He has no symptoms at all or anything. Fourth test, he tests positive. The place where he was getting tested was like, we don't know what to do anymore. This is a very special case. We've never had this before. So they sent him to talk to a specialist, and he was doing all of this online on the phone, not in person. So he's able to talk to a specialist, do a video chat with them. And the specialist was also really surprised. The specialist was a viral disease expert apparently, or something like that. And he was very surprised too. He said he's never seen anything like it. And I mean, now that it's a few weeks later, now we've seen that in Korea or in Singapore, there has been cases where, whoa, they're positive again after they've been negative. So I guess this is what happened with my friend too, but he hasn't felt anything. He's not feeling symptoms or anything. And the news usually is like, oh my gosh, patients aren't immune because they're getting the virus again. But with my friend, it's not that he got it again. He was just still showing positive after like almost 30 days of being asymptomatic, not having any symptoms. And so he went back again for a 5th test. This time it was at a different place, a drive-through clinic, and it was negative. And the story continues. So he's still going to be talking to specialists, and there's some people actually doing research on him, getting like antibodies from him, doing blood tests, doing different tests to see what's going on. I mean, he's totally fine. It's just really interesting, all this information. Like, it's so confusing. I've also had 3 very close relatives that have had it, and thankfully they're all okay. They're healing fine. They're not really having much symptoms anymore. Yeah, I'd be interested to know how this virus is affecting you guys. Do you guys know people that are affected, and what kind of info are you hearing? I feel like the news and media and everything is just making us all scared, and all these articles coming out. There's not enough news being like super honest, saying like, hey, we really don't know, instead of like doing clickbaity titles that are kind of scary, and a lot of people don't even open the articles. They just share them on Facebook, basically just sharing the clickbait title. So it's kind of annoying. Anyways, that's just like what I'm thinking. It doesn't mean, and my friend too, he's just like a 1 case scenario, so he's not like representing hundreds of people or anything, so take that into account. Yeah, it's just all interesting. My schedule right now says lunch and nap time. I kind of ate my lunch. I'm just eating fruits. So I'm gonna shower up, take a nap, and get back to work. I'm not really going to be mentioning the names of the people I know that have had COVID because they're afraid of being discriminated against. And it's kind of sad because I feel like the news and everything has contributed to that fear. The fear of us being like, I think, irrational fear of discriminating against those who have COVID or have had it. We need to be keeping the doctors, the news people accountable, you know? We can be looking up info ourselves, be asking questions to the doctors we know, or maybe we know those people in government. We can be asking questions, trying to push forward, trying to look up informations, or maybe we even have ideas ourselves, you know? I don't know. I think we can be proactive in trying to solve this issue together. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe all these thoughts that I'm thinking are just totally off track. Let me know. I've been cooped up in quarantine so long that I'm just thinking so irrationally and don't even know my brain anymore. I don't even know the outside world. Especially here in the Philippines, a huge problem for the poor is that they can't work, and they're people that don't have savings. They don't even have bank accounts. They literally work and they spend that work money that they earn like in the same day. And so they're having a lot of problems. I've read a lot of articles that are, the headline is, the poor here are more afraid to die of hunger than afraid of dying of the virus. So I think this is definitely a good discussion to talk about. Ni sniper lahat, siguro sniper lahat. This is what I've been doing lately to hang out with friends. This is where we're hanging out. That's Hannah's voice. That's Hannah's voice that you hear. My fiance. She's the one that got me into this game. I've never played video games in my life. This is like the first time I ever am playing video games ever. It's actually pretty fun. Hey guys, check it out. Check out who it is. It's Hannah. It's Hannah. My fiance Hannah. We're having a meeting. We're having a serious meeting right now. Actually, Hannah, maybe one thing you don't know about her is she's like really good at video games. She's a gamer girl. Look at her. And she's gonna start live streaming soon, so look out for that. Just kidding.
So ikaw si Wilda, si Vicious, ako si Alodia. Oh.
And I also just ordered pizza. So that's gonna be coming in 25 minutes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I'm so hungry.
Lobo, thank you.
Are you ready for your operation?
So basically when food comes, like that's what we do. We pick it up, take it out of the containers right away, put it onto a plate or something, just to minimize the, I don't know, like if there's a virus on the surfaces or whatever. Don't know if it really does anything, but that's what we do just to be safe, trying to follow the procedures that we've been saw online or whatever. My parents saw it online, but yeah, I don't really know if that does anything, but yeah, that's what we do. Pizza! Yes! Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today. That's it for today's vlog. Let me know what your thoughts are about everything we're talking about here. And it's time for some money heist. Netflix money heist time. Alright. Bye, thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye bye.